The air in Burma was thick, a wet blanket you couldn't escape. A young British soldier lay low, his uniform soaked, leeches clinging to his boots. Insects buzzed relentlessly, but thirst was his greatest enemy. His lips cracked, his mind clouded. The nearby stream tempted him, but he knew it was a trap. Disease lurked in every drop. Cut off from supply lines, the Chindits survived by their wits. Every decision was life or death. He'd seen men fall to dysentery and cholera, silent killers. With trembling hands, he gathered tinder, shaved slivers from a branch, and coaxed a spark to life. The tiny flame was more than warmth. It was survival. He filled his battered canteen with muddy water and set it over the fire. Minutes crawled by until bubbles finally broke the surface. The rolling boil was victory, a weapon against invisible enemies. Boiling water turned poison into life. In the jungle, this simple act was the difference between hope and despair. Every soldier knew boil or die. The fire's glow was a fragile shield in a hostile world. It was the most important skill he had. In the green hell, survival was never guaranteed. But with fire and discipline, he had a fighting chance. The jungle's thirst was relentless, but so was he. War isn't just bullets, it's a battle against the environment. In World War II, water became a silent killer. Armies outran their clean supplies, forced to drink from contaminated sources. Diseases like cholera and dysentery swept through camps, crippling entire units. More soldiers fell to waterborne illness than enemy fire. Commanders knew an army without safe water was doomed. Boiling became a core survival tactic, simple, effective, and vital. Manuals drilled it in. Never trust water unless it's purified. Clear water could still kill. The act of boiling was a ritual, control in chaos. It was defiance against the battlefield's indifference. For millions, it was the line between life and death. Ignore it, and you perished. Boiling water isn't magic, it's science. Water teems with invisible threats, bacteria, viruses, protozoa. Swallowing unboiled water is inviting an army of invaders. Heat is the ultimate weapon. At a rolling boil, 100 degrees C, pathogens are destroyed. Proteins unravel, germs die, and water becomes safe. Most bacteria and viruses perish in seconds. Tougher organisms need a minute. That's why the rule is, bring water to a rolling boil for at least 1 minute. No chemicals, no filters, just fire and a container. This method works anywhere, anytime. It's the oldest, most reliable way to make water safe. The science is universal. Heat breaks down life's building blocks. Boiling turns deadly water into survival. It's a skill as old as humanity itself. Boiling water was a universal rule, from deserts to jungles to frozen fronts. In North Africa, British patrols used Benghazi burners to purify every drop. In New Guinea, Australian commandos boiled river water in mess tins, fighting disease as fiercely as the enemy. On the Eastern Front, Soviets melted and boiled snow in scavenged pots. Hot water meant survival. Resistance fighters across Europe improvised. Tin cans over candles, hot rocks in wooden bowls. The tools varied, but the method was ancient. Boiling was routine, as vital as a rifle. It kept soldiers alive when everything else failed. In every theatre, the lesson was the same. Trust nothing. Boil everything. Improvisation was key. Survival demanded it. The act was simple, the impact profound. Boiling water was the frontline defense against nature itself. It kept hope alive. Survival meant adaptation. Soldiers improvised with whatever they had. Canteens, helmets, tin cans. A helmet became a basin, a ration can, a lifeline. Fuel was found anywhere. Jungle wood, desert shrubs, even vehicle fuel. The goal was always the same: get water to a boil. No fireproof pot, heat rocks in a fire, drop them into water in a leather bag or hollowed log. Ancient techniques met modern desperation. Every object was a potential tool. Resourcefulness was as important as courage. The ability to improvise kept soldiers alive. In chaos, creativity was survival. Boiling water was never just routine, it was ingenuity under fire. In war, every drop mattered. The lessons of war endure. Today, we have filters and tablets, but technology can fail. Boiling water remains the ultimate backup. In disasters, the advice is always the same. Boil your water. The skill that saved soldiers in Burma can save families after a flood. Fire is our oldest ally. For hikers, campers, or anyone facing the wild, this knowledge is essential. Find water, build a fire, purify it. These are the basics. It's confidence, resilience, and connection to generations of survivors. Fire is life. Warmth, protection, and safe water. Mastering boiling is preparation for the unexpected. It's a testament to human adaptability. Remember the soldier's flame in the jungle. That small fire was knowledge, power, and the will to survive. In the end, it's the simplest skills that save us.